Hey, it's Sandy with Quilted Treasures and More. And I am working on Christmas stuff. And so, this time of year, we all get so doggone busy, don't we? We just all get so busy. And just trying to get things accomplished and events that are going on, and you're trying to take part and visit with everybody. And so it's been a busy weekend with events and things going on. So we're a little late this evening, but hey, better late than never, right? Ah, drink of agua. Okay, so what's going on around the crafting table? Well, tonight I have a Christmas tree, a Christmas door hanger here on the crafting table. And as I start on it, you'll see what kind of Christmas trees I've got going on here. Some of you are going to be like, oh my goodness. And others are going to be like, oh, it's no shock. So we'll get to go in here in just a second on this. I'm going to grab a few things while I'm chit-chatting. Today is the last day to get in orders that need to be done before Christmas. So if you have a tumbler or a mug, or if you saw one of the little cases that I have, and I had one over here and I moved it. Boy, I'm just doing good tonight. Anyway, they're little accessory cases. It can be used as a coin purse. It's made out of neoprene. This the little squishy stuff like what can huggers are made out of. So those tumblers, mugs, and door hangers, all of that. Christmas orders by midnight tonight. Today's the cutoff day. So after today, anything that you order will not be available until after the new year. And I'm going to say that it will not be available until after January the 10th. And I take a little time with family for a few weeks. And so, with kiddos being out of school and things like that, I like to be able to enjoy that time at Christmas with family and my immediate family. So I'm going to enjoy some time and just catch my breath, because the fall and the beginning winter months are pretty busy, especially in the crafting world. And of course, just Christmas in general. When you hit the holidays, everything gets so busy with stuff and events. And this weekend we've had events. We had Christmas parade and Christmas boutiques, and so, and of course, when you're in a parade, you have to prepare for the parade. So we've had a lot going on this weekend. But even though, yes, I have Christmas orders and I'm working on those Christmas orders, this is still my moment, because I get to sit down and I get to kind of catch my breath, and I get to paint something, or I get to make something, even if it's a tumbler or a coffee mug. I get to make something. And so I get to kind of catch my breath and just kind of relax. So even though this is I hate to say job, even though this is my profession, this is what I do every day, it still is the thing that helps me to relax when you have all the other craziness in life, like Christmas activities going on. So I am excited just to sit down. I know I'm a little late tonight, but like I said, it has been a busy weekend. So we are going to start on this Christmas tree. I actually did some pre-stuff. I've been working on this one. So I've got buffalo plaid up top here, and I've got a rough kind of a wood look going on down here, a little bit of a weathered wood look. So we're going to jump in and get this one going. So I'm going to start with the letters first, let you see what those look like. because this will help to outline them a little bit, and you'll get to see what it's going to say, which is really no big mystery. If you saw the title, this one is going to read, "Oh, Christmas Tree." So I've told you a little bit about the events that have been going on with us this weekend. What's been going on with you? Have you had Christmas parties going on yet? I know a lot of times those wait until about the second week of December, but sometimes people get started early, the first weekend in December. I know there's quite a few parades that go on the first weekend in December, and that's one thing that we did yesterday, Christmas parade. And then I know there's quite a few things that go on the second weekend as far as parades go. So maybe you weren't in one this weekend, but maybe you're planning on attending or being in one next weekend. And if you're with me tonight, just simply jump on and say hi. Tell me where you're watching from. If you are outside of the Mobile or Baldwin County areas, well, even if you are in Baldwin County, you can tell me you're in Baldwin County. I have a few folks who watch from Baldwin County. Enjoy hanging out with them, as I do everybody. But it's cool to know that there are some people that are closer to you. And it's also cool to find out how far off you're being checked out, and, sharing the evening with different folks from different states. So yes, this one is going to read, "Oh, Christmas Tree." And yes, there are going to be some Christmas trees. So we're going to have some plaid going on, some buffalo plaid, some Christmas tree, and a little bit of rustic wood look here. So and what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of going over these letters so that I don't have to put as much white, or no, not white, black. And you may be thinking, well, if it's black, why are you putting that down at all? Sometimes I like to do just a base of what I call a base color, whether it's white or it's buttermilk. I could have used white, but I grabbed the buttermilk because I'm probably going to use this to try to drown out some of the buffalo plaid for the Christmas trees up there. So this template is actually one that I purchased from southernadornments.com. There's another one that I do that is a Christmas tree that is also from Miss Tamara at Southern Adornments. I do a lot of the Southern Adornments templates. I have a few of my own, but most of what I do is hers. I'm hoping in the new year, one of the things that I have as a goal is to try to get a few more of my own templates done, my own designs. I actually have one sitting over here that I thought about doing tonight, but it's not Christmas specific. It's more winter. So it can actually wait. I may do it next week. We'll see. So I'm going to let this dry just a little bit, and then I'll come back and I'll put black on this one. For all the letters will be black. I could actually do a dark green. I hadn't thought about that. I actually have an evergreen color. That might be pretty. Instead of doing black, go with green. So that way we kind of have the red and the green for the Christmas. I don't know. I'll think on that one. If you've got a thought on that, you can post it in the comments, whether you think black or dark green. You can share your choice. All right, so now you can see that it's going to say, "Oh, Christmas tree." Like I said, while that's drying, I am going to work on, I'm going to spin this around. Now, I know it'll be upside down, but it'll start to take shape in just a minute. And you'll see what I am going to be working on primarily. Of course I would drip. On the buffalo plaid. Okay. Baby wipes to the rescue. It's so funny. I saw this one and I was like, oh, wow. It's combining like two of my favorite techniques. I enjoy doing the buffalo plaid. It's very messy. So if you're not into, just having paint pretty much all over you, all of your hands, sometimes up to your elbows, then you might not enjoy it. But I think it's pretty fun. And both the buffalo plaid and the wood look, the weathered wood look, are both done using baby wipes. So it's so funny. You spend money on brushes and rollers and all these different things, and then one of two of your favorite techniques, you use baby wipe. So yes, high tech equipment, let me tell you. All right, so there is our first Christmas tree. There's actually 3 Christmas trees on this one. So we're going to get our second one going here. And again, this is just trying to kind of mellow out the buffalo plaid that's underneath. And it's kind of hard to, you might be thinking, well, Sandy, why'd you do the buffalo plaid all over the Christmas trees? It's kind of hard when you've got the technique on both sides of your main center part of your door hanger. So with some of them that I do, the buffalo plaid is either on one side or the other. And you can kind of go right up too and not worry about having to go over it and then cover it up. That's one reason why I did the buffalo plaid and the wood look prior to coming on. Was because I knew if I tried to do both techniques plus paint, that we were going to be here a while. And tomorrow's Monday, and everybody's got to get back into the swing of things after the weekend. All right, so there's Christmas tree number 2. I found out today that I have another little friend who watches me. Likes it when I color with bright colors or paint with bright colors. So that's so funny because I've had 3 or 4 parents now tell me that they sit down and them and their child or children watch me on Sunday evenings or Sunday nights when I paint. And I'm just like, that is so funny. I think it's really cool. I'm like, oh, I got a whole cool little young fan base. Most of them are like, what do you mean fan base? My mama made me watch this. Well, who knows? Maybe one day you might grow up and be an artist. And then I can say, hey, they used to watch me when they were little. All right, so we have gotten all 3 of our trees covered here. I'm just going to go back and try to tone that down just a little more. And then I'm going to start on the letters. Do the letters, and then I'll come to the trees. And you may be thinking, you know, that tree shape looks familiar. Yes, it does. I should have worn my necklace. I have a necklace with the Christmas tree snack cake. I should have worn it while I'm doing this. So if I'm not mistaken, I did paint the 1 on Alive, I think. I did. Or maybe I had planned on it and changed my mind. That happens. It's just like last week, I was like, oh yeah, I'll do the one that I designed for tonight. And then tonight I was like, oh no, I need to do this one. I need to do the Oh Christmas Tree. All right, so just toning this darker colors down a little. So that way when I come back with white, it won't take so much white to cover it. Still going to take a couple of coats, but It would be even more if I had left it. Well, do just a little more on this one. And then I think I am going to go with evergreen for the letters. And have a green color in, because I've got the plaid and it's got black in it. So I think I'm going to add a little more green to the mix. So let me find my evergreen, and we shall get started. Nope, that's thicket. Evergreen, evergreen, where are you? Evergreen, here we go. All right, so we're going to do the letters in evergreen, and then we will what did I do with that other round brush? Or maybe did I use the same one for both? Maybe I did. Okay. I thought I changed brushes. Of course, this will be darker because I'll have to go over it again. And as I always say, I like to do 2 coats anyway, just because I like to make sure everything is covered well. Make sure I'm not off camera here. I will have the song stuck in my head for the rest of the night. And if you're wondering what song I'm thinking about or what song I'm talking about, it's the title, or it is the saying on this door hanger. This is one of those songs that anytime I hear the title, it's one of the Christmas ones that gets stuck in my head. That is some song about a hippopotamus. So if that song gets stuck in your head, you're welcome. Oh, goodness. So before the last busy days before Christmas gets here, because we all know that as it gets closer and closer, things will get crazier and crazier as far as making sure that we have all the things done on our list, all the things wrapped and all the things prepared and food bought and all the plans made. And if you have company coming, of course, then you have to make sure You have to go through the company coming checklist. And the meal planning, and my favorite has always been the dessert thing, the dessert items. Baking has always been my favorite part of Christmas. That's what I have always enjoyed the most. Now, that being said, don't get me wrong, I do not shy away from the Christmas food, because Christmas dinner and Thanksgiving dinner are some of my favorite things to eat. But the desserts or the goodies, sometimes it's not necessarily the desserts, it's all the goodies. The cookies and the sweets that everybody tends to get into while they're waiting for the food. That's what I enjoy doing. I like baking. I don't mind the cooking, but I like the baking. For a number of years, that's what I gave as Christmas gifts. I would bake all these different cookies and make up cookie tins, and that's what I would give out for Christmas. One year I did some pies. Sometimes I forget to mention it, but even if you're watching on the replay, you can put hashtag replay and tell me where you're watching from, or tell me what kind of cool parties, Christmas parties, you may have been to already or that you have coming up. Now, when I said that, I'm not asking in order to crash your holiday party. I just like to know what kind of cool things other people do for the holidays. This is how we come up with ideas for ourselves. We, ask around, hey, what did you do? I like the green for the lettering. I did drop a little bit of green right there, so let me get that up real quick. So again, one more reminder, tonight is the last time to place Christmas orders. So come midnight, any orders made after midnight will not be completed until after the new year. All right, we're almost through with the words. And then we can get started on our Christmas trees. All right, so now you get an idea of what our lettering will look like. All right, now I'm going to turn this around because I don't want to reach across what I just painted. I typically try to go from top to bottom, but this particular time, it just worked better to kind of alternate. So now I'm going to come down here and I'm going to get white. And we're going to start with our white and work on our Christmas trees. And you may be thinking, oh, white. Are we going to have snow trees? Oh, just hang on. You'll see what kind of Christmas trees we're going to have. I am looking for one particular brush, and I may... Nope, that's not it. Do I not have it out? This one may do. Let's see. All right, now I've got to find my line. Where's my line? Where's my line? There it is. So y'all know I love the little Christmas tree snack cakes. So if you guessed, then you are correct in that we are doing a Christmas tree snack cake. 3 of them. I am having a hard time seeing my line. Since I had to put... And it's going the other way on these 2. That one is going the right way. And I think that's what's throwing me off, is that it's going the opposite way of what I'm used to with the single cake version. And last year I talked about, I didn't realize I realized there was a big thing for the Christmas tree cakes. But I found out pretty quick there's all kinds of accessories and t-shirts. And the Christmas tree cake has become a big thing. Oh, I saw something the other day. And I told my family I wanted it. And of course, they were just like, oh no. It's one of these as a blow up to decorate in your front yard. I saw it. Then I was like, oh, Hey, I know what I want. And they were just like, oh my goodness, my goodness. Now, I have not actually looked for it. I just saw it. But if anybody's out and about runs across one, you just want to message me. I won't tell my family that it was from you, I promise. Okay, now this one's going the same way as the single cake door hanger. So let me see if I can not struggle so much with getting the line done on this one, because this one should be pretty pretty familiar and pretty simple for me. So let's see if I do any better on this one. Okay, so far so good. Of course, I probably shouldn't have said anything. That's actually icing up there. I probably should have. I did paint it on that one, but I didn't on that second one. I went over a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. Okay, now back to the first one. Add a second coat. Get our Christmas tree cake looking a little more like a Christmas tree. And then we can start adding the red and the green. May have to touch that one up just a little bit, but we'll come back in just a minute. I'll go ahead and move to this one in the middle. I think I have one more of my little snacks in the pantry. While I'm sitting here painting, I keep thinking, that and a cup of coffee sound really good. If I do that, though, I'll have to find a movie marathon on TV to watch tonight. I will have to find a movie marathon because I will be awake for a little while. All right, so we're getting the white put on, and I'm going to check it one more time, see if there's any little spots I need to fill in before we get going with the red, the little icing portions. Ta-da! Now you can see how our Christmas trees are starting to take shape. While the white is drying, so I've got that pretty wet right there right now with a couple of coats. I'm going to get no, that's not it. Where is, okay, I just saw you a minute ago. Where'd you go? Ah, there you are. I use the color mocha for the outside portion of the cake. So we're going to get a little bit of the mocha. And we are going to do the outside portion of our cakes. It feels so strange to be doing the opposite side because I have done quite a few the other way, and so this way feels weird. Wonder if that's what it would feel like to go to a country where they drive on the opposite side of the road from what we drive on here in the US. Just feels weird. It's about how I feel painting the opposite side of the cake from what I'm used to painting. And I know some of y'all are like, how in the world did you come up with that from driving to a cake? I don't know. These things just kind of come to me sometimes. Okay, so there's 2 cakes and 1 more to go. And then I can start the icing. Last little bit. Well, I say we can start the icing. Actually, I probably need to go over the white one more time. And probably the mocha too. The white is still drying, so I'll go over the mocha one more time. It doesn't actually need that much because it covers pretty good the first time. But we'll add a second coat just to be on the safe side. Make sure our door hangers nicely covered. All right, there's two. Last one. All right, so there's our 3 trees. Let me give a look here to the white because I do have a few places, and I may just touch them up real quick, and then I might come back to the letters while I'm waiting on the white to finish drying. Whoa, that's not cool. Let's grab a baby wipe and kind of get that up real quick. Had a little bit of some other leftover color in that brush, even though it had been washed out. So I'm just going to kind of touch up some of these little spots that I feel like have just a little bit of thinness to them. Okay, I see a few spots here. And 9 times out of 10, these little spots that I'm talking about actually kind of disappear when you start adding other colors. So a lot of times I would say, don't sweat the small stuff. It may look like a major thing right now, but once you add another layer, another color, 9 times out of 10, those disappear. And then by the time you get to the sprinkles, in the case of these, most anything, little areas that may not have been completely covered are going to completely disappear. But the brush that I used, I've noticed that certain brands of brushes will sometimes leave like a line whenever you start painting. And that's primarily what I'm just kind of going over, is trying to hide some of the brush starting points. And I've just got a little filbert tip brush, and I'm just kind of lightly going over with paint in those areas. Okay. Not gonna obsess anymore. Just gonna put that down and step away from the brush. Dropped a baby wipe on the floor. Oh, that's never a good thing. Okay, where did that round brush go that I used a while ago for the letters? Ah, here you are. All right, so back to our letters while our Christmas trees are finishing drying, and we're going to get another coat. And I don't know that I am going to go for a completely solid look with these letters. Sometimes I'll, kind of like with the Christmas trees there, I was filling things in, but I don't know that I'm going to do this with the letters. I may change my mind after the Christmas trees are finished, but the letters kind of have this almost streaky, airy look. And I don't know, with the wood look behind it, I just feel like that might be a really cool look to go with. So we may not work on getting this to be a solid. We may leave it looking a little streaked or a little airy. Which to me, with having a board look and Christmas trees, even though they're not actually, evergreen trees, I don't know, that slight airy look just sounds interesting to me at the moment. Like I said, I could get through with the Christmas trees and change my mind. We'll just have to see. I have had more than one door hanger where I have thought, oh, we're going to go this route, and then I get started and decide that another route is actually better. So we shall see what happens. But for now, we're just going to darken it up a little bit, see how that looks. And then get our Christmas trees finished up. I like the lettering on this one. Something else I want to work on in the new year is being able to do some lettering on my own, freehand, rather than looking for words and things, templates to purchase and use, or stencils, one of the two. Which they're not bad. I enjoy them. But sometimes you'll see something and think, oh, I wish it said this. Or I wish I could add that. And I can add letters to things, but it's just not always the way I want it to look. Because you can always, just type in to some things, some designs. They allow you to change things up or add to their design. Some designers do that. Well, hi, Charlie. My puppy dog has made his way to my little corner. It would appear he's been napping by the kind of groggy look on his face. Oh, well, bless you. Now he's going to sneeze. He's not actually a puppy, but I call him our puppy. He's actually a senior. He is 15 years old, but he is our puppy. So periodically, if he falls asleep, when he wakes up, he has to figure out where's everybody at and what is everybody doing. So he heard me here next to the kitchen area, so he has to come investigate. See if by chance I have anything to do with food. And usually if I'm sitting here painting, I kind of get this look like, well, like, sorry, dude, no food over here. Just paint and wood. But if anything's going on in the kitchen, he's got to come check it out. See if food is involved. Because if there's a cleanup that has to be done, he is Johnny on the spot. All right, so there is our words. That's all done. Now let's change over to the Christmas trees and see what we can get accomplished there real quick. So with the Christmas trees, the background, I didn't mention this earlier, the buffalo plaid, I used Santa red. And then for the icing part, I always tend to use true red. Let's see if I can get to where I can see my lines for my icing. And for the moment, I'm just kind of going to trace them out a little bit, and then I'll come back and add some more red to it. But I just want to be able to find them pretty easy. And sometimes I have to get situated in the light just right so that I can see where those etch lines are. All right, where'd you go? I lost you. Ah, there you are. Okay, this one comes around over here. Okay. Now this one. And yes, I'm hunched in pretty close. Some of you may be thinking, oh my goodness, she's like right down on top of it. Because I have got multiple layers of paint on this one, sometimes your etch lines have to be in the light just right to see when you've got multiple layers like this. Now, if I was just sitting here painting the door hanger, I would actually have the door hanger in my hand and I would have it turned toward the light, but it's hard to do that when you're trying to keep it in the camera shot. So I have to kind of twist it around and then look down really tight until I see it turned off. Low battery. Okay. Yes, there is a little bit of an echo, and I tried to fix that earlier. So if you've been listening thinking, she's echoing, yes. I tried to make that go away a little bit ago, but it was not cooperating with me. It actually was there last week, but when I listened, I couldn't hear it. So I was like, oh, well, hey, maybe nobody else can hear it. Okay. My daughter just come in here with a message telling me, yes, you can hear it. Just about the time you think you've got technology fixed or sorted out, something else comes along and throws you a curve. Okay, I think I've got all the lines on this cake finally. Whew. So now what I'm going to do is go back real quick and go over them. And it may be too that I am sitting closer than what I normally sit. And it's picking up that echo. What it is it's the overhead camera that I'm using. I actually have it muted in 2 places and it is still overriding the mute. And I'm not sure why. Seems a little weird. Okay, so we're just about finished with this one, and then we can move on to the next one. Once we get the red icing done, then we can do the sprinkles. Oh, goodness gracious me. I may have to twist this one a little bit and find the... It ought to follow pretty much the same pattern as the other tree. And two, it could be the echo that you hear could be from where I am sitting, or I am right down on top of this door hanger, and it may be bouncing off a little bit. I had not thought about that. Normally I am not right on top of the door hangers, but this time I'm having to do that in order to see my cut line or my etched lines for the Christmas trees. So this is a little better. Hopefully I'm not completely out of camera view. Well, I'm starting to be. All right, so we're just working along, getting our icing lines done. And once I get them done, then I will go back over them and darken them up a little bit. Okay, so tree number 2, yay! We're going to darken these up just a fuzz. Yeah, I don't know if I'm closer to the microphone or what. Let me check one thing here real quick. Nope, that's muted. Okay. I happen to think, okay, did I make sure I pressed that other button? It seems to have gotten louder. It wasn't loud like this last week. And I didn't think it was that loud when I started. Oh, come on. All right, I'm going to turn this around so you can see the two of them together. Check it out. We have 2 of our trees. All right, time for number 3. Now, this one is going the other way. And now I've lost my line here. Oh boy. Where did you go, little line? Okay, there you are. It's like, I know it's here somewhere. I see it there, and I see it there. The nice thing about these lines being icing lines is that they don't have to be perfectly straight. So you get just a little bit of freedom to not keep things perfectly in line. All right, one more little spot, and then we'll move on to hopefully our sprinkles. Well, I need to go over this one more time. A little more red. And to try to keep it from being annoying, I'm trying not to talk too much while I am bent over this door hanger. So that way it doesn't bounce too much. All right, ta-da! We have our 3 trees put together, and now we just need our sprinkles added. So for the sprinkles, I'm actually going to use an angled brush. And I use 2 different colors of green. I use festive green, and I use, I believe it's sour apple. So let me get festive and sour apple, and whoa, that was way more sour apple than I wanted. We'll have to play salvage the paint on that one. But that's not the first time we've played that game, so. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start, and I'm going to pull this here toward the edge. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with the dark green first. Just going to put a little bit on my brush, and I'm just going to start just tapping, basically. All different directions. And I'll use some of the dark green, and then I'll come back in a little bit and I will add some of the lighter green. So there's tree number 1. See the dark green sprinkles? And now we'll get tree number 2. And I'm just dipping the brush in the paint and then just tapping on the tree just to create the sprinkle look. Now for tree number 3. And I just kind of turn my brush in different ways and create the sprinkles as if they've fallen down in different directions. Rinse my brush out. And I don't know, the echo seems to have changed from what it was a little earlier. A little earlier, I could barely hear things, and now it seems to be louder. So I don't know. I'll have to play with it. So again, just tapping the brush and just letting the sprinkles fall in all different directions. And there you go. You can see all the little sprinkles on my Christmas trees. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up here for tonight. I will go back and do touch-ups and outline everything and highlight everything and post a picture of the finished Oh Christmas tree here probably over the next couple of days. So just keep watching for that. And I will work on the echo and see if I can't get that disappeared. Well, I hope y'all have a great week. Thanks so much for hanging out with me this tonight. I keep wanting to say this evening. I'm still stuck in old habits. Thank you for hanging out tonight. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next time.